Hi. I think I've done everything I usually do before I start streaming. Yeah. Last week we started this case, The Tale of Two Phoenix. No, actually it's been, it's only been a week. We did a preview the week before. Oh, I forgot to mute my phone. I knew there was something I said. There we go. Okay. So, A Tale of Two Phoenix. Hi, Ash. The second Phoenix is a sort of mafioso-looking orange dude. Anything else? Oh yeah, it's a murder. Let's go. Yes. January 7th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? Yes, a murder. I think it's only ever been murders, come to think of it. I mean, the other case started as, the Mask case, started as a heist, but then it wound up being a murder. And that's him, fake Phoenix. But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie. Hey, Dick. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie, and don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you. Yes? You'd better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? Yes, sir. If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. You have no grounds for an arrest. Yes. We do not condone police brutality in this game. We do apparently condone lawyer brutality, or prosecutor. But that's a different story. We do not condone police brutality. I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I've got the situation under control. Hang on. I got a pop-up that won't stop up. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Why does every game need to have a tutorial after every single news section? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? Yes. Yes. And apparently they get to also cause second-degree burns without a problem. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. January 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Maybe we don't get a lunch because we don't start until 10 a.m. Still not reasonable. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, I see. Our trusty? Thank you. So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Wright, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. Let me just scooch a little closer. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. You know what, before we do that, let's go over the court record. We have the article. We have the sports paper. We found that, so that's new. We have the job listings. We have the terrible lunch. We have the fact that he is in debt. And we have the motorcycle scooter. We don't have the fake Phoenix. We have the victim. We have him. And we have him. Okay. Just needed to, get my head back on straight. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, Detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control for everyone's sake. So, you know what? They just didn't want to animate a new character. There's only the one police officer. Because normally, I'm pretty sure he would have been allowed to go to trial. It only takes like half a day or something. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Autopsy report added. Potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death between 1:30 and 2:30. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. Oh, thank you. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused. Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Sean Armstrong, the owner and chef, and regularly by the name of Victor Godot. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Fabienne floor plans added to the court record. Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. That's kind of brutal. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Witness testimony. The incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy glanced at the radio at the time. Doesn't explain his Google, but sure. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me. The incident. Cross-examination. Uh-oh, I only have half a health bar. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey. Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. Your two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Always press harder. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Huh. Oh? Oh, yeah. Huh, that argument is as weak as the coffee at Très Bien, Right. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime, how, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Ugh. Yeah, I was a dummy. Don't always press. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Crime photo added to the court record. But I think that might have been the only way to get the photograph. So let's look at the photograph. That chair looks like it would be blocked by the wall. Or the divider. The dividers, the floor plans aren't proportional. The divider only goes out about as far as the table, just a tad bit longer, further. Or the chair isn't where it's supposed to be. Because the chair wouldn't be... Okay, so if he can see the victim and both chairs, that would... That would put him, like, in the very corner, almost. Like the lower corner behind the second chair. That doesn't make sense. This is taken from a very strange angle to be taken from the kitchen door. Or near the kitchen door. Whatever. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. I might be overthinking it, yes. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yes. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. So traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection.
Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Wright? The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Uh-huh. It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? You know what? Yes. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. What proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was that again? I'm not falling for your bullshit. This. Ow! Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. That's his third cup, by the way. I missed what that said. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Coffee cup added to the court record. Well, he always says that he beats it before 17. The coffee contained potassium cyanide covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Shouldn't there be an apostrophe on, or a genitive S on the victim? The victim's and Maggie's fingerprints? Or do you really skip the S before the and? Yes, I'm nitpicky. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Because the victim wasn't covering the cup. I mean, he might have been, but they were talking about his fingerprints. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal. No! Eat too much and your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams. How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Do we really need to body shame natural body functions? Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Some kind of a motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. She was... I don't have a jacket here. Thank you. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery tickets. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? Yes. And it's more likely that fake Phoenix stole it. Press harder. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Huh. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go grab a sweater. I wasn't cold until I started streaming, but now I'm cold. I will be right back. Sorry about that. One of the female officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendants. Do. What? Order. Huh. She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. Yes. I'd better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Victim's lottery ticket added to the court record. A winning ticket for $500,000 found during a body search of Maggie. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too, but it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit the crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rule. Don't you say that, you dumbass. I don't mind an old man who's weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie's starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. They're both super corrupt, yes. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. Oh, yes. That's probably fine. With one final decisive piece of evidence. We've got more evidence against Maggie. This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like it can't be blood, can it? No, he wasn't bleeding. There'd be blood on the tablecloth. Huh. It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. I bet he's gonna say the pockets. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. Ha! Predictable game. The pockets. A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket. Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Order. The court will accept these items into evidence. Apron added to the court record. Worn by Maggie at the time. Has a small pocket but big stains. Potassium cyanide, a deadly powdery poison, bears Maggie's fingerprints found in her apron pocket. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court? Because it's ketchup. Blood stain? What blood stain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup with me. It wasn't him that brought up the apron. When was he supposed to interject? God damn you people. I thought everyone knew what that was already. Yes, he obviously has a fetish for number 17. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity. The motive, sorry, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, Wright, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. The investigation. The crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Now, last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, right? Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. The investigation. Cross-examination. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by kind of scary old man, sir. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old man still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them. And seeds. Seeds? Huh. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. I would have loved to see Maggie sleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. Ew! You creep! You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. That's really unsettling, to be honest. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. Yes. She wasn't asleep. She was passed out. That's a medical situation. If someone is actually asleep, it's a little less creepy because there's, consent involved. But just watching a passed out person in a semi-public place, that's just creepy. Really, it is. I'm sorry. I have issues with that kind of thing. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? You're not red at all. That's the problem. You don't even realize how dumb you are. How dumb you made yourself look. Sorry. Okay. The victim didn't have any identification on him. You didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents. Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. How was he gonna pay? The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Well, we figured out he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. Let me just check something. No. Wasn't a coffee $8? Or something like that? I think I remember the old guy saying that. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's what you basically said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down. He's got the whole world. No, he's got the whole saggy shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table, along with the lottery tickets. Excuse me? Okay. Seems Mr. Glenn Alg visited his doctor before he went to Trebian. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? We didn't get that yet. No, but how are you gonna pay for coffee with 58 cents? Because if it's a restaurant and not like a Starbucks, you usually pay before you sit down. Or you don't pay until you leave, I mean. So he was expecting fake Phoenix to pay. Prescription bag or health insurance? It's okay. Don't worry about it. He didn't have a credit card and he only had 58 cents in his wallet. Let's go with prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Victim's prescription bag added to the court record. Huh. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate are you, right? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? You know, we're gonna go back and redo this and ask about his health insurance. I don't know if it matters, but I wanna. Oh. I wasn't allowed to. Fine. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case? Isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pockets? Yeah, you nailed it, pal. By the way, notice how she was sitting super like this with her knees up and her legs slightly spread apart. Very, you know, sexualized, submissive in a way that if you stood above her, you'd probably see her underwear. Her legs would most likely have slid off. Not off her body, just off along the floor. so that she wouldn't be sitting like that. But they had to make it, you know, unrealistic and sexualized. Yeah, she might have even, if it was on a, you know, clean kitchen floor, she might have even slid so that she was flat on her back, which is even weirder, but yeah. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. What?
Objection!
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, try it. Someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Are we sure about that? So the $500,000 lottery tickets and the bottled poison were accounted for. Yeah? Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah, the one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it. There's just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with, and we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. Let's save. Because I don't want to have to go through all of the, objections again. The coffee cup, the tickets. He's wearing shoes. We can assume that Maggie cleared off the silverware and stuff off the table. The CD with MC Bomber. So we need to get them to point out that he didn't have enough money to pay for his coffee. But I'm not sure how we do that. So I don't think the autopsy report will help because they're not sure if he was actually dead at the time. I want to know where the payphone was. And how Maggie made it into the kitchen. So he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least like 7 lottery tickets. And the cutesy coffee cup. Let's try this one again. I just want to make sure you can actually press again. Yes. No, we can't. There's nothing else missing from the crime scene. Did I pick up anything from the crime scene? This? Maybe? Let's try this. This one. No. Never mind. That was not the thing. Don't worry about it. All that happened while you were gone was I tried to use the sports paper here. She passed out. Scary old man. Let's try the food here. No? Okay. Darn it. He was not in charge of the initial investigation. I can't figure it out. haven't gotten a new statement yet, so I haven't pressed on the right thing. The crime was reported at 2:25. Poor Maggie had passed out. The victim didn't have identification, and that's what got me the recipe prescription bag. Or this one. I figured out who he was, and that got me the prescription bag. When Maggie was searched, and that was it. It didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Yeah, I know we are. I think I tried the food here. I'm pretty sure I tried the food on that one. Because we need to figure out the 58 cents. He didn't have enough money to... Oh, there was nothing else missing. Of course. You are so smart. Resent this. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Uh-huh. Finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Were you using a guide? I bet you were using a guide. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Très Bien. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I think they've referenced pleading the fifth, so yeah. Either way, this is America, we think. I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. It's absurd enough to be America, but it's still absurd enough to be Japan. Order. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Huh. That's all. Good objection, pal. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on a prescription bag, if you will. I can't check the prescription bag because I don't have a check on it. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New ear. Otolaryngolog. Yeah, that. Clinic. Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. War wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Alg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. You ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? Well, the bag still shouldn't fucking be empty. Oh, okay. So 7? I bet we've missed one. So 6 or 7. It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. Well, I couldn't fucking read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. Seems Mr. Al correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Très Bien. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Oh. Seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. Oops. No, Nick. If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Push the medication issue. Yes, because it's still fucking missing. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. Alec correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Très Bien. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
Objection.
You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems like a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
Objection.
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Ah, that's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot. I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems a little more than trivial at best. Let's just pretend that it's okay for witnesses to call witnesses, and that, you know, we can just jump in wherever, not that the prosecution makes their case and then we, you know, renege it. Sure. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay, good job, Nick. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we'll hear the prosecution's next witness. Huh. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. So he's on 11. And I think I said 7 at last count. True. Court is adjourned for recess. January 7th, 11:03 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 1. Whew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. Yes. Yes, he's doing espresso shots. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. But, cheers. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayals. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. A lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. Projectile seeds sounds a lot more insidious than the game meant it to sound. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know. Yes. 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 The game did say projectile seeds. Yeah, he's a big grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. January 7th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Goodell, your next witness, please. Prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too. You don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Huh. Listen, young'un. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do, or did, back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country ever even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are, I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh yes I did. I saw it all. Then please, tell the court. We're all ears. Sure. I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. You're really getting into this. Witness testimony. What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Huh! You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's old with the old-fashioned ones? I bet he still uses the N-word. Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses is wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me? Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenelg? I wanted to know if Guts and Ron retained his championship or not. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question. Yes. Yes. Those good old values, yes. He can just shove them where the sun don't shine. And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what if there are? If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at the table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? Ha! I go to that place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at. You mean you go there to eye the waitress? The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. You just made a mistake, mofo. I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress. And I saw what the serving girl put in the Javachino as well. Bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not gonna like it. Yes, fine. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony. I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Let's save before I do something stupid. But Ash, you don't understand. Reading glasses are for super close, and for driving is like super far away. But he could read the sports paper from across the restaurant. Did she really put that into the coffee? You doubt me, boy? She took something out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. Couldn't she have been adding sugar? Sugar in a small brown bottle like that? Yes, I am saying he's full of shit. Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? A bottle like this, perhaps? Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Ugh. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. Took just one sip. You young'uns, you waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died. Congratulations, you have earned the title of baddest man to grace a courtroom. So it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that's possible. Oh yes, he slumped over without so much as a twitch. I felt the Javachino I'd just drank turn sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress? I presume she is... That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. I am not sure that this is the baddest man in the courtroom. You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? particular features. It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry? You can see all the way up to her you know, she's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear such a uniform, even me. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. I think you'd look good in that. Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. There are other things I recognize about her, too. Seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Yes. You press. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. What matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair and her apron straps were loose. Fine, I guess she does have a ribbon in her hair. We can't tell anything about the apron. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. What about the most crucial detail of all? Her face. Huh, as if I wouldn't remember that. The witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. I think that might be more orange. But sure. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Straps or the waitress's back? No, let's save. In case I fuck this up somehow. Yes, the straps. Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is that? What? The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. What's the fascination? He's a kink. Fascination? Objection. People have all kinds of fetishes, right? We don't need to embarrass the witness. Listen, you young upstarts, I haven't got a sick strap fetish. Is there any relevance to the witness' unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright? I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps. I said I haven't got a strap fetish. How many times do I have to repeat myself? Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo. Make it strapless. Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I guess. He makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? Yes. I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. Okay, so let's go back to this. Blah blah blah. You remember her face. Blah 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 blah. Straps, face, blah blah blah. Red ribbon, blah 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 blah. Her back. The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Huh. He's got you there, Gramps. Why would you object to that? People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. Sorry. Let's have some more water. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes? The witness's face? Really? Whoever did that fucked up waitress and witness. No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This has turned into a matter of pride for old CD now, I guess. I wonder if you really did see Maggie's face or not. Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old man didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it? Blah 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 blah. So I know this time I actually know what to present. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. You know, we made a big deal about this very dirty apron before. I'm pretty sure this is what we're looking for. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. Ha, that filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that, Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron. Is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning? And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen the apron before, yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Witness. You can't just oops your way out of this one. Huh. Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. So that's one more cup? Listen, Wright, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird. Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. You can't remember? Probably more like you messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. About the victim. He was another of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. I've never heard fidget used as a... what's that, noun? Yeah. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. About the victim, cross-examination. He was another of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. Spectacles? Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye. But I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance. We better come up with something sharp and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling his pages. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young fool again. I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting, How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that rustling going on? I needed to find out if Guts and Brawn retained his championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own? What are you looking at me like that for, How dare you judge me? Ow, ow! Guts and Brawn got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway, the young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Oh, his left ear, he burst his eardrum. The wireless? The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. I'm using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? What are looking at me like that for? Yes, I did notice that they left out the U. Ow. Ow. Then the servant girl in question brought over the Javachino. You mean the waitress, who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from behind? My eyes don't lie. Ow, ow. Better not push until I've got some hard evidence. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. His free hand? Yes. Which hand was that? Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? His free hand wasn't his right hand, then which hand was it, you moron? Huh. Well, that doesn't make sense. Perhaps the great Mr. Wright has 3 hands. Shh, I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. Guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. I know the mistake. See, look here at the coffee cup. For there to be a mark there, he needs to have held it in his right hand. Otherwise, if he held it in his left hand, I mean, I guess he didn't need to hold the ear. Does that count? Is that the correct solution? I feel like that's the correct solution, because the cup is warm as hell. So who would actually hold the cup like that instead of in the ear, right? And also, I need to just point out, I was so sure that was going to be a lipstick mark when I first saw it, and I was like, are they dumb? But it wasn't a lipstick mark, obviously. It's a coffee stain. You know what, let's save before I do this. He had the newspaper in his right hand. Do I object with a coffee cup here? Or on he picked up the cup with his free hand? That's the question. Because I only have one hit point left. And if I object in the wrong place, I'm dead. Then again, I did just save. Let's go here. Mr. Kuda, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory. I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Wright? Yes. According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Huh, what is this, kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. There's a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Ha ha! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he came from. Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony. A young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good, law-abiding citizen, I am. That dead young hotbot and you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say. He just went into Karen mode. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Godot. But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Left hand or right hand? Witness testimony. I just need to stretch again. Okay. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Well, that's his left. If it's a photograph, that's his left. And he doesn't have a working left eardrum. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HD, TV, DVD, CD. All these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth. It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts in good old black and white. Left hand or right hand? Cross-examination. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. So the victim was wearing an HMD. HD TV, CD, DVD, what does it even matter? Probably. It was none of them actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side? No question, I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. And the reflection in the window. But that reflection shouldn't actually cover the victim. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. Oh wait, this one. I forgot what I was doing. Seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenelg. He was getting on my nerves. Rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And then he went and made all that fuss, dying from one sip of Javachino. I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young brats. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked. So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. Okay, I need to point something out now. I just need to grab some props. I will be right back. I'm just walking off screen. Super quick. Hang on. Let me just... Remember a few weeks ago when I couldn't find the ring I was looking for the other case? Well, I did find it eventually. And that is going to be one of my props. And let's grab this as a second prop. Hello, Vinterbjörk. How are you? So, remember, I don't have an HMD, so I'm gonna use this ring. The ring I was talking about, the big blue ring, to mark my left hand. This guy, he saw the left side of the face, and he was trying to read this is the front, this is the back of the newspaper. Now, if he can see my left side, how can he, while looking at my left side, see the back of the newspaper? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. And how can he see the earpiece on the left side where he had a burst eardrum, when it's actually an earpiece on the right side. This is the left, this is the right. So he's not making sense. He can't be seeing the left side and the back of the paper and the earpiece all at the same time. Yeah, he's full of it. Let me just... Oh, there's a good spot to scooch it. Okay, now let's object to this one. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with? You're one of those people, aren't you? Yes. Okay. True. If this is Japan... Okay, I'm gonna just take a DVD case this time. Or rather, a Blu-ray case. If it is Japan, then this would be the front and this would be the back. So I should be holding it like this. But it's still confusing. And it all still isn't on the same side. You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket, or fastens your left cuff with your right hand. How do you fasten your left cuff with your left hand? I mean, that's just... But it depends on which pocket. If it's a coat pocket, of course I use the correct hand. But if it's like a pocket here, I might use my left hand for my right side. But I mean, I can't really unbutton my my watch with my left hand because I am not, you know, quadruple jointed. That's not how hands work. I'm sorry. This man. And when the tour guide says, on your right side, you'll see the famous blah, 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 you're the only one who deliberately looks left. Well, are you? No, I didn't mean. Obviously used a hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Ow, ow, ow. So if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. He's a terrible witness. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. That's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you tried to play on me. It looks like you really did see the guy picking the cup up with his left hand. This is a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right. And chuck evidence at him until he breaks. But if he's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? He was not doing that, so let's just present... You know what, let's save. Again. And now let's present the medicine. Something like that. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. Oh, oops. Sorry, I'm fiddling with the ring. I'm just gonna take it off. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right, it's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon. Pretty pigeon. Yes, he's off his rocker. Order, order, order. This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims that the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. I'm not sure that's the full pigeon song, but yes, we'll settle for the remix. Well, Mr. Godot. Oh, hang on, let me scooch. I'm out of frame. Oh. Is that better? Fine, whatever. A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? Is that an offensive word? This is the victim's coffee cup, in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. Except it doesn't. As I previously said, it actually doesn't, because he could have picked it up holding like this instead of holding with the ear. I always drink with my left hand. Mostly. Right? Don't I? I'm pretty sure I mostly drink with my left hand. But that's because I'm always holding something in my right hand. But aren't you left-handed? Well, it depends on what I'm drinking. For writing. Are you left-handed for writing? I'm right-handed for writing. I don't drink hot tea. I drink hot chocolate. But that maybe I do hold with my right hand. Because hot liquid, you want the control. And I don't have as much control with my left hand as I do with my right. Moving on. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup, held it in his right hand, and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. I do not. I do not. I mean, I do have some of those insulating cups, but yeah, no. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. Alg drank the poisoned coffee. Like this. You're holding the cup in your right hand. Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. How are you today, by the way, Mr. Winterbjörk? And I think I forgot to say it on Monday, but thank you so much for extending your subscription for another month. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. I'm not going to do that for real, even though I have a glass here. Because I have all my tech right here. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Face that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. Thank you. Thank you, and I'm glad to hear you're doing good. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now. But there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial. You may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. Does that sound like an invitation for sex to anyone else? I might be old, but I'm still a man, so come over to my house for coffee. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet, much, much quicker. I can't believe this is happening. Ha ha ha, you better get ready, youngster. I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's got to be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Okay. The final showdown. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. The strip of cloth? It's not a strip, it's pretty fucking big tablecloth. You can't call that a strip of cloth. And the vase isn't knocked over. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Eh? You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor defenseless old man. No, we are not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Don't you get the feeling that there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah? So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I had to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain. That's why that's all you can think of. Very well. Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. Final showdown. Cross-examination. True. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The court generally prefers it if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo. Noisy brat. I'm warning you, I'm more savage than a macho man right now. You won't beat me with this testimony. This is the final battle. Ow, ow. He's checking those seeds harder than ever. I better be careful. Come on, Nick, nail him. No, I will not nail him. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of this Javachino. I don't care about the pain. We're going for it. The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo. I know that. I was just setting the mood. How else am I supposed to build up the suspense? The suspense? Yes. Now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more? I really don't want to nail him. I'm not sure what's going on with his nose, but it's really unsettling. And I could not, in good conscience, nail him. No. No, please continue, Mr. Kudo, as quickly as possible. Alright, now where was I? Ah yes, the young boy slumped over the table, and... I mean, it's vibrating! Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. What's that one? Yes! Yes, indeed, Lude. A vase, you say? Yes. There are vases on all the tables in that place. There are accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over. Well, he's right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment the victim actually knocked over the vase. Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define? Okay, I get it. I heard it break, and the sight of it is burned into my memory as clear as day. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. What? Okay, look at his nose when he's moving. Soaked in water, you mean? Yes, it splashed me on the knee as well. You said you were sitting at a table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet the water still managed to splash onto you. It was cold. I clearly remember it splashing me. Could the water really make it all the way across to the other side of the room? Well, how about it? Turn things upside down, You mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking? The vase turned upside down, and my testimony turning this case upside down. It's a joke. I just wanted everyone to hear it. What do you think, Captain? Okay, he's not turning his face anymore, but when he does that, it's vibrating. I'm impressed by your ability to waste time. Goodell hasn't raised any objections for a while now. So you young show-off, with that scrap of information, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. If I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat. He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya. It's you he's looking at, Nick, not me. It's like you say, I triple dog dare you to find a contradiction, young'un. I guess I'll just have to rise to the challenge then. Okay. You know what? Just to be safe, we are gonna say it again. And now we're gonna fuck him up. Fuck him up. Notice I said fuck him up. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad. What are these? How many lewds do you have? I'm no granddad of yours. Oh, I don't know what he said. It wasn't a challenge, but sure, thank you for that lovely demonstration of lewds. Enough. If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. Ah! What is it now? I just remembered something. Yes? Go on. A broken vase. It was on my table. What? Well, you see, it startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must mean when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table. Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. Thank you for that. Yes, yes. We're suddenly talking about his groin. Some of these are pretty good. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Ha ha ha, wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait, listen to me. I didn't turn off the music, did I? I did not. Good. The game did that. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are 2 disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he could not hear. Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor? The witness we just heard from. He's most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. Godot's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Yes, Your Honor. The victor's testimony added to the court record. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? That is all. This court is adjourned. To be continued. Save, yes. Do we need to go back to this chapter? I don't think we do. I think I've got everything I need from that chapter. Because there was nothing trophy thing there. January 7th, 12:52 p.m. Wright and Cole offices. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon, and that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionist. That's not a word. Let's just make a tinnitus joke and let it ring out. Sorry. Time to play doctor and find ourselves secure then, huh? Yeah, we gotta find one for Maggie or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Okay, move. Criminal affairs. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Call in the officers for the briefing, quick. Can't you shut down the station server? Oh god, they're getting hacked. Chief, quit playing on the internet. From my email pen pal. I'm just... Elite ACN princess. Save it for later. I'm turning it off now. No! Elite ACN princess. I don't understand what the ACN is supposed to be. Maybe I'm not clever enough for that part. Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy? More like panicking, if you ask me. Okay, let's... Something's going on. Something big. Move. Find detention center. I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. How is she still in questioning when this game? Très bien. January 7th, très bien. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on. Hey, that sounds like... Now just call it an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Oh, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea sets. What can I say? Talk. The radio. So what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something. Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to? Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show. Oh. What the? A cyclops? This lunch special lobster sure is great. Then why are there tears in your eyes? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow apart my testimony. Why, of all days, didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. So, Swiss cheese? Would he have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean. Oh, just hook up already. Well, how did she put it again? Can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh man, poor Gumshoe. So, did you like the twin tea set? I never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for $20, I guess. I don't know how to describe it really. It was delicate. Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste, and I just realized it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know? Maybe you should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Hey, Nick? Maybe that's why Glenn L came here. Maybe he heard about the Super Fierce Twin Tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glenn L, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? Present victim. This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? Ugh, he wasn't literally a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? Oh, I know. So have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. or something like that. Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun. Like, let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look. Computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Back up. No? I wonder if I have enough to question him about the radio. Restaurant's front entrance. There's the sign. Blah, blah, blah. Fashion magazines. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing, nothing. Is this the same? Yes. This is also the same. This table's set nicely, it just needs a customer. Hey Nick, do you think old CD was talking about a vase like this today in court? Does look like it's ready to fall over at any second, looks kind of fragile too. Bet if Mr. Armstrong charged $10,000 for every vase a customer broke, he'd be able to pay off his loan really quickly. If you hit people with that kind of bill, Maya, they will hit you back. That's nothing. The partitions, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. This must be the table where the murder occurred. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Well, we can't. No. Move. Kitchen. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. I'll be back next month. Naturellement. I'll be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. Oh, she's the blackmailer. Or the money lender. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. No, 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 stop it, I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. No, no, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Yes, lovely person. Talk to anyone and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh no, you don't have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It's like oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. Oh. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now. I was expecting her to be a waitress. Oh, I have le giver. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. There, oh, oui, that feels good. Oh, oh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes. Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. La oil of sandalwood. Isn't this just the leftover of what you were just using? You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you're right, monsieur, but perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, you know? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is trade. I just want people to think that my restaurant is exclusive. They think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me. So, who's that woman you were just talking to? Ooh la la, you saw that? Ah, well, yes, sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. Polite, graceful? And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month. Naturellement, I'll be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. We literally just saw that. Now that I think about it. Hey Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well then let's show them that piece of evidence and see what happens. Present this, right? So long as that paper exists, I'm but a delightful angel with a broken wings. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. Oui, they keep harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? Ma bien sûr, if I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. And my hands will die. Please, what did you agree to help them with? No, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with la salade garnish. Ew, I hope it doesn't mean that he literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Ah, please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's, why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in la debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more a sign of the bad culinary skills. The woman was here, this gay woman. She is from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui, tender lender, it is called. Catchy name, just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from them. If you do, no more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So tender lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they have got anything to do with this case. I am a big woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me la money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I'm like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me. Who is this he? The tiger. The tiger? Oui, he is the manager of the Tenderlander, a terrifying man, the big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of that battered scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh no, this man has a presence, most formidable personality. Although, oui, he does have less spiky hair, just like you. Oui, there is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tenderlander, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey Nick, you need money? I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? So, one of the trophies was him something, but that was you needed to do in court, right? And the other thing was something with a woman. Do you do that in the loan office? I know you read up on these. What was this book? I don't remember. Oh. Collection of poems. We're not reading that aloud again. Oh, okay. Move. Très bien. You know, let's try to get him to tell us about whatever that was. Oh, just the one? Okay. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... Oh, no. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glenn Elg did. It's like you can see right through me. Huh? I've cracked him already? See, pal? That's why I said it was nothing. Ooh, full health. Oh, okay. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It would be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Alg, see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Alg was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah, what time is it now? It's just after 1:30. Oh, okay. And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the tickets. Millionaire radio flyer added to the court record. Millionaire radio, that sounds cool. I want to try it now. And buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We've got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, we'll see you later then. Bye. Millionaire Radio. Hi. You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I've kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one. Favor? Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me. What is it? It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I can make it. He made her lunch? That's the cutest. I've been really worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on earth who could down this much meat. Yes, they did make me say weenies. You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. Oh my god, the innuendo. Dick Gumshoe loves weenies. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. I can't exactly say no, can I? Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya to carry. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't you fucking dare. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. Yes, the tender juiciness of the weenies is finally gone. So, they move these around. MC Bomber. Millionaire Radio. Ash. Did we get the flyer? We did. Every Monday. Okay, let's save. Let's move back into the kitchen and just pepper him, I guess. About this. Felicitations, Mark. Quesse? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not even gonna try. Je ne comprends. Nick, don't just make something up. About this. Same thing. Oh, it means I don't know, and he's like... Mais qu'est-ce que c'est? Whatever, let's just... So that they don't actually know how to get the trophy. Because none of this is doing anything. Only I'd taken the right lottery ticket. I would not have any debts right now. I would be free. Look on the bright side, Mr. Armstrong. You won $1, right? A lack of remorse for having stolen something. Priceless. Are the commercials really that old? No? No. 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 Ah, it is true. My faces are broken all the time. bought a new one the next day after the incident. They wouldn't let me put it on the table because of that investigation. Why is that table blocked off? So long as that paper exists, I'm better did I put in. We did that one already. And in case you heard that, that was my tummy reminding me that I need to eat at some point. What is it? Is this your scooter? No, I saw it before in Vitamin Square, you see. Mon Dieu, no. Take it away, don't show that to me. Talk about an allergic reaction. Oh la la, so you have eaten my lunch, oui? Oh, tell me, monsieur, did you enjoy la lunch I prepared for you? It was a unique and wild mixture of flavors. That was the first time I've ever had lobster, you know. Lobster? There was no lobster in my lunch. Huh? But it said lobster right on the menu. Mademoiselle Maya, please, you must read the menu more carefully. It says a dish inspired by lobster and a ballon fricassee with a balsamic vinegar. Oh, it's inspired, is it? Oui, inspired by these ingredients, but not perhaps made from them, ce n'est pas? Well, I guess that's the way the cookie caramels make. The way the lunch tasted, it's probably 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. No? No. This is the paper the victim brought with him. MC Bomba? Oui? Does that mean something to you? No, I only speak French, mademoiselle. But we found it behind your magazine rack. Oh, how naughty I am. I haven't cleaned for such a long time. Oh, what a beautiful pendant. It would look stunning on me with the earrings. Please don't steal it again, okay? It's one of a kind. I could just have a sliver of it now. It's not a block of cheese, you know. Please, monsieur, there's no need to show me that. You are Signor Phoenix Wright, the best defense attorney in town. I'm pretty sure I know how he formed this completely wrong impression of me. The last time we met, did I show you this badge? Oui, you flashed it to everyone in La Restaurant. Looks like Phoenix Backwards is a bigger fan of flashing stuff than you are, Nick. Okay, so I guess I don't have enough to get the trophy just yet. Move. Loan office or computer firm? Think about that for a moment. I'm gonna just go grab a snack. I'm just gonna grab it from the kitchen. I will be super quickly back. Okay, I am back. Did you decide on loan office or computer's place? Sorry, I didn't think you needed to hear me choose. Sorry. I'm okay. Hang on just a moment. I need more water. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. My body just decided to grump out on me, I guess. I'm mostly better, I should say. Okay, so what were we doing? Blue screens. Yes. I don't think I would die choking on air. Yeah, no. I wasn't actually choking on anything. You know, now I'm warm. That was a little jolt. It was just, I don't even know. January 7th, blue screen ink. Wow, this place is so high tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air. It's a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Oh, hi. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Why would he wear the thing out then? If it's all classified. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked edumacation show. My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. The puns and the meta. Yeah. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glenn Elk's? That's the DMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. Oh, do you write programs too? No. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I'll try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter, they analyze stuff, you got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. That's it, he hacked the lottery. And that's the case. CDs? Yes. Compact disc. Digital optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It's a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact of time slice. Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yes, absolutely. Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know, it's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too, but I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Inc. Oh. How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one right here in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you're welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. So I saw something behind her that's broken. This, what is this? No? Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. It's pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know. She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it. It's almost marked December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah. It says, meet with the tiger. The tiger? Glenn's calendar added to the court record. Do we have a listing for him now? We do not, and not for the crazy woman either. Wow, look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Oh wow, his drawers are stuffed with these. Looks like they're all losing tickets though. Of course, because if you win, you hand it over. You don't get to keep the winning ticket. But Elk's losing horse race tickets gathered up. This many tickets would get you, what, $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you'd try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. So that, whatever that is that's broken, we obviously don't care about. We got the calendar. That was all. He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he? Wow, I if that's where the pro in programmer comes from, huh? Guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I could become old CD's apprentice. And what about your spirit medium training? No? Oh, become his apprentice. No, she's not gonna do that. Hey, look, Nick, it's a supercomputer. Looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it? Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya. That explains why we don't use the computer in our office. Oh. Oh. I didn't realize that was one of his things. Oh, that one. Okay. You work there too, Maya. Yeah, but at least I'm... Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise the computer will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick. She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Anything else in here? Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling. Nah, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for. This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind. Futuristic? Yes, we tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling. Well, we can't slide, so this is all there is. Okay. She has no more talking points. I bet I'm supposed to ask her about the tickets or something. I think I'm gonna move for now. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? One moment, I'm just gonna take a tomato break. Sorry. Do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway, at least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Examine this again. Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you, otherwise you might be in for a shock. My phone must be lurking somewhere nearby. Just imagine a tiger loose in the street. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick, lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? So from here, we move to the loan office. Hang on, just one more tomato. January 7th, Tenderlander. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Oh. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. You're here to discuss a loan? No. Until we find out what her name is, I'm gonna call her Wednesday, because she looks like a slightly older version of Wednesday Addams. And today is Wednesday, so that's appropriate. No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait, quietly. Please. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. This is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take another look around, huh? Do you think that would be okay? Of course. No one will ever know. Coffee. Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here? Fuck no. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it. Haha. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah! Yes, thank you. It was lovely. So, you drank it all. If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee, it was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh wait, maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. We better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Clob the Tiger? It's a demo CD. Artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way. That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. MC Bomber added to the court record. Well, they're only leaving it there to be obvious. Hang on, tomato break. That is actually not a music CD. Yes, it is the eye of the tiger, the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of all others, and the last known survivor something the fight, and is watching us. I don't actually know the lyrics. The song is possibly older than me. I've heard it literally my entire life, and I don't know the full lyrics. I know I'm close. Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's going to be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. That's the one I always forget that it's not actually, and the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger. The last line feels off, and he's watching us all with the... Oh, never mind. You put the emphasis on the "the" and then it works. Yeah. I don't know why I always have thought it's the rising up to the challenge of all others. It's just one of those things. I decided that when I was like 8, when I didn't speak English, and it's, yeah. Anyway, I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did you manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh hey, there's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much these days. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says très bien. Très bien matches added to the court record. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Hey, look at this Parisian style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. The same color as my suit. So it still could be older than me. Because I was born September. I only lived through a third of 1982. Oh, keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you've got to take some cake. Oh, it's Rocky 3. I didn't know it was Rocky 3. Oh, I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise. Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you. Only so I can take care of you. Understand? Ah, I'm scared, Nick. So, what were you getting so excited about before? Look, on the lapel of this suit. That's an attorney's badge. No, it's not. Is the tiger a lawyer? No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper. Paper badge added to the court record. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are you two snooping around my office for? Nothing. We were just... my precious carpet got ash on my rug. You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was already like... You wanna argue with me? Is that what you wanna do? You think you can take me on? Oh, you think you can take me on? I'm gonna flatten you two into pancakes and turn you into my new rugs. Ooh. Oh. Tom Tigre, you're back. That voice, it's like evil seeping into your head, through your ears. I'm sorry, Tom Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier. Has she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso for your discussing your own. He literally just called her Violetta. Why would the question mark? Phoenix Wright. Yes? You either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you gotta come and mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. Huh, but I don't care. No one gets in my way. But what? I mean, excuse me? You should have left the little girl at home, right? I have a few things I wanna... No questions. This is the last time we meet. Oh, wait, please. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream, hold it either. The espresso. Ah! And cookies. This woman's definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? So I'm kind of curious about your company, Tenderlander. Tomato break. With a warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscientious rate of interest and an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling this sentence isn't going to end well? We will tenderly lend you a little bit extra. Here, tender lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why didn't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a fake place like this? Not so much. Tender lenders on your side. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger? Furio Tigre. Furio Tigre? So that's where the tiger comes from. Backwards Phoenix got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. Present him. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tiger? Cookie. Sure. How do you like my cookies? I bake them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owe Dantisa my life. He's the one who saved me. Tiger saved you. Please address him properly as Dantisa. Otherwise, I'll have to. Okay, Dantisa, I'm sorry. You saved her life? I'd sure like to know about how that happened. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died. Once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctors said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So is that why you've got that bandage around your head? So what is the story about the bandage? I put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once. Oh. Wow. Oh, She really creeps me out, Nick. Oh, okay. Same here, but we got to find out the truth. Let's just go and present this and take a tomato break while it's starting. There. There we go. The head bandage. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said that you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently. I have tomato skin in my teeth. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the scooter. But let's go with the wieners. Well, donuts? Huh? I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one. What's inside? Jam and... I'm sorry? I didn't quite catch that. Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'll pass. I guess that was a flop. What happened to this woman for her to have such a huge bandage around her head? There must be some piece of evidence that will prompt her to tell me what happened. Now, by fatal injury... Oh! Trophy earned Violetta's homemade donuts. Thank you! Okay, so the actual evidence is the scooter. Right? Well? No? Not that either. Okay. I guess we get double donuts. I'm not sure we have what we need, so let's just... Yeah. Examine? What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean, walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it. I was right before, back at Très Bien. Paris fashion is more my thing. I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. That's one impressive desk on one impressive rug. It's solid gold, Nick. Gold! Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that. Would you really want such a shiny desk, though? I don't know, but let's see what it's like to sit at a solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled. That's because it's completely dazzling. I can see up my nose in the reflection. That's gotta be really distracting. Sorry. So the desk isn't practical. No surprise there. Win through compromise. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. Oh! It's Tender Lender's guiding principle. Oh? Compromise the customer to win. I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever have to explain to their customers. Yeah, that's a different compromise. Let's see, this round doll thing is called the Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now, this yellow thing, it's a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know. Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Mm-hmm. Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? 15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane. The car's registered to the Cadaverinis? Cadaver? Huh, so it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Repair bill added to the court record. Is there anything else in here? She's right or the game is right. Oh! Hang on, do we know her? No. Let's do this again. The head bandage. Blah 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 blah. This. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis? Yes. Yes it is. I don't think I have introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and to introduce herself. Alright then. The relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. I still don't think we have enough. Let's just skip it for now. Move. Square. There he is. Old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again. There, take this, and get out of my park. Ow. I thought he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man. What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Oh. Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really heard his pride in the court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo. Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons. In with good fortune. Ow, 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 ow. Seeds, shell splinters, painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Presents? No. No. Yeah, she is. I'm not sure what we're actually looking to get out of him, so let's just keep moving for now. Okay, present. What's new? I hadn't realized it because I was so focused on the fact that älg is Swedish for moose. Or elk, whatever. It's not exactly correctly spelled. Let's... No? No. 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 Yes. Perfect. Okay, so we need more things before we can get the trophy. Detention center. No. Criminal affairs. No. Move. Back to the detention center. Move. Our offices. No? You know what? I think I'm gonna stop here for today, actually. Let's go back to the office. I think that's the place that will leave me less confused. Least confused. So let's save here. Because right now I'm just jumping around trying to figure out what my next move is. And I've already done enough of that. So thank you for hanging out. Friday we're gonna do another stream of the complex. We tried to get a bunch of the opposite trophies of the ones we got last Friday. And Monday, more Alan Wake DLC. Yeah, have a good one. Bye!